Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Esperanza. Hi, everybody in Instagram. My name is Esperanza Fernandez. And today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be doing a little presentation about our Derma Swiss line. We're going to go over all the products, and I'm going to be explaining to you a little bit about their qualities. I'm going to be explaining to you how we can use them in our treatment room, but also how our clients can definitely take them home with them and start taking care of their skin at home as well with the retail line. So if you haven't been with us before, if you don't know Derma Swiss, welcome. I'm going to be telling you about I'm going to be talking to you right now about Derma Swiss and how the company, how it came about. So it's been around 28 years since the company, it's been in the industry. So definitely it's a company that they know what they're talking about when it comes to product ingredients, when it comes to a professional line, okay? Because it's not just a company with products, but it's also a company that does carry their own laboratories, okay? So a lot of their products and a lot of the line, it's also produced here in the United States, although a lot of the ingredients do come from, they do come from other countries such as Switzerland, Germany, and also in France. And the ingredients are of the highest qualities. They come from botanical, they do come from marine backgrounds as well, and biological, which means that a lot of the ingredients are also going to be done in the laboratory with the highest of the qualities. So with these products, you're going to be able to definitely treat different skin types and different skin conditions. We have to remember that we do have different skin types that are genetically already that come with us as we're born. So we could be either oily, we're going to have normal combination skin, or dry. But at the same time, we also deal with conditions, okay? And those conditions could be such as rosacea, sensitivity. It can be also something such as acne. And these are the type of conditions that oftentimes a lot of our clients come to us because they need a little bit of our help to take care of those conditions. Derma Swiss also is a line that is very compact and it's versatile. This is a great quality to have in a line because you don't need so many products, or you're not going to need so many or such an extension of your inventory to be able to treat the skin conditions, but also to treat this type of skins. So oftentimes a lot of our products, you will be able to combine them. You will be able to create your own protocols using the products. They are also very effective, and we see a lot of change on the skin since the very beginning. So in the treatment room, once we do a treatment on the client, you will notice a difference in their skin. There's definitely going to be a lot of hydration in the very beginning. You do see a difference in the tone of the skin as well. And, our clients usually tell us in the second or third day of using our products that they definitely feel a great change on their skin. So it's compact, like I said before, it is versatile, and it's also very effective. It is a paraben-free line, and it's not tested on animal. Derma Swiss is very conscientious about taking care of our environment, and therefore, we do not test on animals. And then another thing that as a company, we're very passionate about is education, okay? So education for our clients, education for our estheticians that are already having the line and carrying the line in their spa. And it's not just the education, but also the corporate support that we have. So we do have a representative. So if you already are a Derma Swiss esthetician that is working with the products, you know that you have a representative, and this person is assigned to you to give you all the feedback about the line. If you have any doubts, you can definitely contact them. They'll answer any of your questions. They'll keep you updated with promotions as well, okay? They're gonna keep you updated with seminars that we have. And this is something important because Derma Swiss is not just about the product, but it's also about the education. So we're constantly looking to share with you guys our knowledge through our seminars, through our educational courses, through webinars such as this, okay, lives on Instagram. And so it's something that we're always trying to focus on so that you have all the information of, what's new in the industry, the new tendencies that are in the industry, and at the same time, having new tendencies in the industry, Derma Swiss is also always looking to develop and to better the formulas within the ingredients of their line as well. So, throughout the times and the history of Derma Swiss being in the industry, there's always been reformulations of their products because of the new tendencies. And again, going back to the fact that Derma Swiss is always looking into the highest of qualities of their ingredients, oftentimes you're going to see that there's also a change in the formulation only because we're always looking for the best ingredients in the industry that is going to, give that effect that we want to see on the skin of our clients. So again, Derma Swiss pioneer in education. Okay, we support our industry with best quality of ethics in education and always aimed at the professionals of our industry. So ethics, it's another aspect, in our industry where we know that treating the skin should be something that we need to really take care of, as estheticians. Again, we're not doctors. Some of us are not doctors. Some of us are, but some of, I'm not a doctor. So as an esthetician, I do have a responsibility with the skin of my client. And Derma Swiss looks into that, that responsibility, the ethics of how to treat the skin of our client without, potentially creating any problems with their skin. Also, the fact that Derma Swiss also has a school. So we do have a school, and the school is the Derma Swiss Institute. And this is a school for future estheticians. So if you know of somebody that is interested in obtaining the facial specialist license through the state of Florida, then you can definitely contact us as well, because we do have the school that's been, again, working for about, I think it's over 5 years now that we've been in that industry of the schools. And, we have graduates from 5 years ago, and we're still having graduates now through the online course, and also, here in the Derma Swiss Institute, in the offices where we have our school as well. So if you need any more information, you can definitely contact us, or you can inbox. In the case of, the Instagram viewers, you can definitely send information on the DM, or, if you have a representative, you can contact that representative as well, and they can give you the contact to the person who can give you more information about the school and the license here in the state of Florida. So some of the advantages of the line is that, besides that it's a compact line, that is definitely an advantage, because like I said before, you are able to work with the products by creating your own protocols. But Derma Swiss already also has protocols. Okay, we have a setup of protocols that you can definitely use, especially when you're starting to learn the line. Okay, so we already have protocols for hyperpigmentation, protocols for acne, protocols for rosacea, protocols for anti-aging, for nutrition, hydration. So there's going to be, again, through your representative, you would be able to get a hand of those protocols as well. There's also chemical peels, okay? The chemical peels are direct chemical peels. Okay, so it's, for example, we have the glycolic right here. It's just glycolic. It's not a mixture of different, peels of different acids. So we have direct peels, okay? There are, there's 5 of them in the line, and the neutralizer as well. You have the peels that you can also use definitely in your treatment room, in your spa, in your medi-spa, okay? Because they're that good quality that you can use in a medi-spa. You can definitely use it in the doctor's office as well, okay? And again, having the strong corporate support and, being always available for education. So you can follow us through our social media. Okay, you can follow us through our social media. So we have the Derma Swiss _pro, the Derma Swiss Institute, and also at Derma Swiss. And again, through social media, you're going to be getting a lot of information that that you can follow us through there. And Derma Swiss, we're always posting information. We're always posting about our products, about our retail line as well. So I'm going to start, guys, I'm going to start with the hygienic line. So within the hygienic line, we have cleansers, okay? We have the cleansers, we have the toners, and we have the scrub. So I'm going to start with the first cleanser, which is the Derma Cleanser. And the Derma Cleanser, it does come in two representations. We have a 17-ounce representation, which is the this is the back bar, okay? This is the back bar presentation right here, but we also have the 6-ounce, which would be the one that your client would need to take home to use at home, okay, for their home routine. So what I love about the Derma Cleanser, first of all, it's all of our cleansers, they are, they're gonna be kind of geared towards a skin type. You will see when we talk about the other two, but this one is definitely for all skin types. So if you were not to have, for example, the gentle cleanser, which is another cleanser that we have, or the purifying cleanser, that's the one that we use more specifically for acne, it doesn't mean that you cannot treat your client. You can still treat your client using the Derma Cleanser. So the Derma Cleanser will remove, all the impurities from the skin, but without stripping the natural oils of the skin, which is very important because we know that that's part of the protection of our barrier. So definitely by cleansing the skin of your client and not removing those oils that are going to protect the barrier, that are going to form part of the barrier, then we're not going to be damaging, the acid mantle of the client. What it's also great about this cleanser, it's a gel cleanser. And being a gel cleanser doesn't mean that it's going to foam, okay? It's a gel cleanser, again, that is very gentle on the skin, but it doesn't create foaming effect, okay? So it's not gonna be detersive, which means that it's not gonna dry out the skin. Your client's not gonna feel like they have that tight sensation to the skin after cleansing, but definitely it's gonna do the work of purifying, removing the impurities, removing makeup as well. Okay. The second thing is it's very refreshing. It's actually a gel that when you apply it on the skin, you're going to feel it immediately, like a refreshing sensation on the skin. It also, some other ingredients are chamomile. We already know that chamomile, it's anti-inflammatory. Aloe vera, which is an antimicrobial, and it's also very healing. It does have cucumber. It does have green tea as well. So everything, vitamin C. So it's packed with antioxidants. Vitamin C, green tea are antioxidants. And then the aloe vera, the chamomile, the cucumber are all going to be very refreshing, very soothing to the skin. So this is, if you want to start, if you do not know the line yet, and you want to start with something, and let's say you have a set budget, this is definitely the cleanser you're going to start with to start building up on your line. Okay. So that's the Derma Cleanser right there. We also have the Dermatonic. Now, the Dermatonic with the toners, we have two. So we have the normalizing lotion and we have the Dermatonic. So the Dermatonic, again, just like the sister, with the Derma Cleanser, the Dermatonic, it's your toner and no alcohol in this product. Again, very refreshing. It does restore the pH of the skin. That's what it's for restoring the pH of the skin. And again, it's for all skin types. So this is the one you would want to have in your treatment room. Again, if you do not have at the moment the budget to get all the cleansers and all the toners, this is the one. Great for, sensitivity, great for your acne clients, great for normal skin. It's just for everybody. Again, aloe vera, vitamin C, cucumber, chamomile. So it does have the same active ingredients, okay, as the Derma Cleanser. And again, your client can also have the 6-ounce, which is the smaller version of this one. This is the back bar, and this is going to give you more than 200 plus applications in the back bar. So for your client, if they want, if she wants to carry it with her, your client in the purse, they can definitely do that because they can refresh the skin throughout the day with the Dermatonic. And a lot of people I know like to use it after makeup application because it does help soothe the skin after a powdery makeup. If it's too cakey, they kind of like to spray it on their skin, and it just kind of sets everything, refreshes the skin, and it gives it a beautiful glow as well. So this is definitely a product that your client is also gonna love. It is very refreshing, especially here in the state of Florida, down here in South Florida, where the heat is, constant. We hardly have any, relief from the heat. It's most often, hot than it is cold. So a lot of people like to use it that way. They take it with them on the go. Don't leave it in the car. Keep it in your purse and kind of refresh your skin on, any time of the day. It will not dehydrate the skin. It will not dry it out. Again, it doesn't have alcohol. So it's very nutritive for the skin as well. Right now, I'm going to skip some of the other cleansers and the other toners. We're going to talk about them later on. And right now I'm going to talk about the Derma Scrub. So guys, the Derma Scrub, I love this product. One of my favorites. My skin, I am combination, and I am more of yes, I'm combination, but I do have sensitivity. I have been diagnosed with a mild rosacea. So I'm always going to have that pinkiness coming through my skin. And if you think a scrub for somebody with rosacea or somebody with sensitivity, you might think there's no way, right? Not with this one. Why? First of all, the actual scrub, okay, the exfoliating agent, it's very soft. It's very thin. It's not coarse. So it doesn't feel on the skin as if you were scratching the skin. We have to be careful about the products that we choose to carry in our treatment room, or the ones that we're going to recommend to the clients, because sometimes that exfoliating agent can be a little coarse and will microscopically tear at the skin. That's not going to happen with the Derma Scrub. First of all, the diatomaceous earth, which is a marine fossil, and it's very rich in silica, so it's going to be very hydrating for the skin. It will remove the dead skin cells. Now, let's say that your client is a little bit more on the rosacea, heavier rosacea, more sensitive. You don't need to exfoliate. You don't need to do the mechanical exfoliation, okay? You don't need to move it around with the mechanical exfoliation by the use of your hands or anything like that. You can just apply it on with a brush, okay? And you leave it on. It's an enzymatic scrub. So that's the second thing. It does have the diatomaceous earth, which is your exfoliating agent as a scrub, but it also has papaya enzymes. So being an enzymatic scrub, it will also remove dead skin cells from the very top of the stratum corneum through the process of chemical changes because of the enzyme. So it's definitely great for all skin types. But if you're a little bit worried about your sensitive skins, definitely you can use this. You just apply it on a thin layer on the face. You leave it on for about 8 minutes. And again, removing all dead skin cells. Your client, it will not burn or anything like that. It also has squalane. So squalane is going to give it, again, another antioxidant effect to the skin. And it's also very moisturizing. We know that it is extracted from the leaves of the olives. And again, the papaya, it's going to be clarifying, exfoliating. We can also definitely use this while the steam is on in case you're going to do extractions. So you would apply it on the skin with a brush, and then you would leave it on, like I said before, 5 to 8 minutes, depending on the skin. All right. So depending what the skin is going to allow for your client. And then you would remove it with fresh water, and you can start doing your extractions. We do also combine these with our peels that I'm going to talk about it later. And you can also mix it with the glycosol, which is our 12% glycolic, that I'm also going to talk about it later. And the way that we cocktailize the Derma Scrub, because you can mix them as well. So for the viewers that I have here on the computer through Zoom, we do have a presentation where it's showing how we cocktailize the Derma Scrub. So there's different ways, like I said before. One that we consider is the one for rosacea. And the way that you can do it is by letting it stay on the skin for 6 to 8 minutes by itself without combining it with anything else. Or you can definitely apply a little bit of the glycosol, like I mentioned before, 2 pumps of the glycosol. So the glycosol, it's our, like I said, it's our, here it is. This is, again, everything I'm showing right now, guys, I don't have here with me, but everything that I'm showing right now is the size for the back bar. So, you know, this is right here, the 6 ounces for the glycosol. And it will definitely give you for a lot of uses because it's only 1 or 2 pumps that you're going to use the most on combinations with the Derma Scrub. So for rosacea, you can use it definitely with the glycosol. We also like to use it on, let's say, you know, extractions before acne. But there's another way that you can also combine it. You can combine it with, where is it? The salicylic for oily or acneic skin. So this is our salicylic peel that I'm going to be talking about later, more specifically about the peel. But you can definitely do 3 drops of the salicylic peel to about a quarter size of the Derma Scrub. Okay, so a quarter size of the Derma Scrub plus 3 drops of the salicylic, you mix it, you leave it on the skin, you put on that steamer for about 10 minutes even, depending on the skin of your client, depending on how sensitive they are. And then you can definitely do extractions after that. Another way that we do a combination of the scrub, it's with the lactic acid. So we do combine the scrub, again, a quarter size of the scrub with about 3 drops of the lactic acid. And that's going to help us with, you know, a more mature skin, then it's a little bit more hydration. Now, why do we cocktailize the scrub with, let's say, the peels? So if you're kind of starting off using peels and you're feeling a little insecure, not too sure about how they're going to be on your client's skin, this is a way to start introducing the peel for you, okay, and also for your client through the mixing of the scrub. It allows for a more gentle application to the skin, so your client won't feel any sort of burning sensation or anything of that sort. So it just applies it a little bit with less intensity to the skin. And that's a good way to start also focusing on peels later on. Another of the reasons why we cocktailize is because you can use 2 peels, for example, on some of our protocols. But one is going to be always through the mixing of the Derma Scrub with the peel. And then later on through the protocol, you're probably going to be able to apply a direct peel onto the skin. So it's almost for preparation, almost like a pre-peel before the actual direct peel that you're going to be doing on your client. So that's another one of the reasons why we also combine the peels. One is just to have a more gentle effect on the skin. And secondly, because there are other protocols where you're using 2 peels at the same time, and one of them needs to be just more of a preparation to the skin. So that would be the facts of why you are going to be mixing. So again, Derma Scrub is a disintegration when you use it with the glycosol, when you use it with the salicylic acid. It's very hydrating at the same time when you're using it with lactic acid. And things like for rosacea, for example, definitely you can leave it on its own, or you can combine it with the glycosol. So I'm going to talk a little bit right now. I'm going to skip a little bit to the serums. We do have our line of serums, which are very concentrated. Remember that when we use serums, they're going to be a higher concentration of active ingredients in them. And you're going to have, sorry guys, we're going to have those higher concentrations of active ingredients. And we are going to, although all our serums can be used during the day, we'd like to advise our clients to use them at night, because that's when we are repairing the skin. As we sleep, the skin goes through repair. It goes through better absorption of the nutrients that are given through, the serums. So can they use it day and night? Yes, they can. But can I advise a client to maybe use it at night better for better absorption of products, of ingredients, and better benefits? Definitely. So the first one I'm going to talk to you guys about is the ST Lift. And the ST Lift is the one that we use as a contour. It's what we call the contour serum. Amazing for more mature skin. It does have soy proteins, so it's definitely going to help with moisturization. It's definitely going to help with normalizing any of the changes that can happen through, the changes of hormones in our body, menopause, etc. Because of the soy proteins, it's going to bring in more of the hydration to the skin, and it's also going to have that sweet almond in the product. And the sweet almond will provide firmness. It will provide a better elasticity to the skin. It's also going to allow more of a smooth texture to the skin, and it will give it a very natural radiance. It will give it kind of like that, glow from within type of situation. Again, this is great for a anti-aging treatment. This is great for a protocol where you're focusing on those fine lines and wrinkles. Great for a protocol when you're doing lifting massages on the skin. You can definitely penetrate also with for example, a galvanic in a negative, or you can also penetrate it with electroporation through, ultrasounds on the skin. Now, can you mix it with something else? We like to mix it with our Supreme Night Cream, which I'm going to talk about it later, which is our very creamy, emollient night cream. And we like to mix it during the facial just to provide more of that slippage, to provide more of that contouring of the skin, and it's very nutritive. And also another plus about this one is that a lot of clients like to use it when we have makeup artists, they like to use it on their clients before applying makeup, because it also gives it that glow on the skin, and it will provide almost that texture of silkiness to the skin. So before makeup, a lot of people have mentioned that they like to use it. It wasn't formulated for that. It's just that our clients and our esthetician clients let us know how they've used it and how it has worked for them. So we get their feedback, and it's great. It wasn't necessarily produced to be a primer. It's not a primer, but it does kind of give that effect to the skin. Now, soy proteins, sweet almond oils, Iris florentina, which is going to help with, again, the proteins, and it's a flavonoid as well. And we know that flavonoids are great antioxidants. It does have phytic acid as well. The Hyaluronic Acid Plus, this is one of our newer formulas. We did have a hyaluronic acid before, but they reformulated it, and it's definitely 10 times better. It does have, what's so special about it is that it does have 3 molecular weights. And first of all, hyaluronic acid, it's for any skin type. It doesn't matter if you're oily, if you're dry, if you're dehydrated. We must remember that hyaluronic acid, the molecule, it's hydrophilic. It likes to bind water to the skin. We naturally have hyaluronic acid as part of our dermis composition. So that's what keeps the moisture within the dermis, right? But at the same time, we start losing, a lot of things happen as we age. And one of those things is that we start losing the capacity to produce more hyaluronic acid within the skin. So you have to look for formulas that are going to provide you that hydration that we all need. All skin types across the board, the different conditions will need hydration. Hydration is key for the health of the skin. It is key for the health of the barrier function, okay? So one of the ways of doing that is through hyaluronic acid. Now, out in the market, sometimes you find hyaluronic acid that is heavier on the molecule size. It's the heavier weight. That's just going to act as an emollient on the very surface of the skin, which is great. Okay, it's going to act as an emollient. It will provide a little bit of an occlusive, an occlusiveness to the skin, and therefore not allow too much of the transepidermal water loss that happens, through evaporation. But with the 3 molecules that this one has, you're providing not just an emoliation to the skin, but you're also providing hydration in deeper levels of the epidermis. So it is an intensive hydration. It does help with supporting collagen and elastin fibers in the synthesis as well. Like I said before, it's hydrophilic, which means that it will bind to water. It does like water, so it will absorb water from the environment and, attract it onto the skin. It will have a filler effect, so it will smooth out those fine lines and wrinkles. You can definitely use this at home. Your client's going to take it home. They can use it day and night. And then in the treatment room, you would definitely be able to use it through, again, galvanic electroporation. You can definitely do microneedling Okay, for those of you who offer microneedling, this is the product because it is hyaluronic acid and you will be able to use it for your microneedling services. It also has sodium PCA, that it's another type of product that it, or ingredient that is going to attract water and moisture to the skin. And epidermal, which is one of the ingredients. Again, it's a molecular weight of a very low molecular weight of the hyaluronic acid. Okay, that's the one. It's called the epidermal, which is a very low molecular weight of the hyaluronic acid. And this will allow penetration into the deeper levels of the epidermis. So basically, we're saying that through this product, you're going to have a deeper level of hydration, a mid level of hydration, and then the upper level of hydration. So you're kind of attacking all the different levels of the epidermis through the use of this hyaluronic acid. So for our clients that already use the line, I love to use it. Personally, I'm also an esthetician and I also have my, my spa on the lips before the mask. Apply some of it on the lips, just leave it on top of the lips, and then apply the mask, especially if you're using the collagen fibers, for example, and you will see how your client's lips will just plump up. It is fabulous. I love it. So the next one that I'm talking about is Derma C. And our Derma C, it's our vitamin C, okay? Again, another serum, great to use on, we don't have problems with all the skin types as well using this type of serum right here. You would want to use it most definitely for hyperpigmentation. So let's say you have a client with acne. This is not what you want to give them. You want to control acne first. So you want to give them products that are going to control acne. We can talk about, with that client later on to, help with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. But this is for your client that it's having a little bit of a lackluster skin, no glow, hyperpigmentation, photo damage, loss of collagen, or a client that's going to start to use products to start preventing, which is another thing. We have to, let our younger clients know that now is the time in their 20s, in their early 20s, for them to start taking care of the skin through preventative measures, such as using serums like this one right here. So vitamin C as a whole, we already know that, part of the function is that it is a antioxidant by excellence, all right? It is a scavenger of free radicals, so it attacks free radicals and it protects the cells, and it kind of, it helps with restoring the cells from free radicals. But also it is a melanin inhibitor, right? So it does help inhibit that melanin production, and it also helps with the synthesis of collagen and elasticity to the skin. So one of the main things is that it will help with the synthesis of collagen and elasticity to the skin. And it will help not just with the skin, but also with the collagen fibers that are surrounding our capillaries, which in some cases, through sun damage, we see some of the capillary start to show on the skin. And that's because those capillary walls have been broken. The collagen fibers have been broken because of sun damage. So this will help restore a bit of that collagen. We have to remember also that collagen will not appear from one day to the other. It's something that's going to happen progressively, little by little, through the use of products, through the use of different treatments that we can offer our clients in our treatment room. So ingredients in this product: the 3.0 ethyl ascorbic acid. It is a very stable vitamin C molecule, okay? It is not just your ascorbic acid, which is generally going to be very sensitive. It's going to create sensitivity to the skin. In this case, the ethyl ascorbic acid, it's a very gentle molecule. It is in comparison to the potency of a 20% ascorbic acid, but without the effects of sensitizing the skin. So it does not do that. It is an antioxidant. Again, it is a very hydrolipidic molecule, which is going to absorb very easily into the skin. And therefore, there's not going to be any formation of oxidation of this product. It also has ferulic acid. And ferulic acid, it's also an antioxidant. It is also going to help with, bringing down redness to the skin. It is very soothing to the skin, but working together, ferulic acid with vitamin C hand in hand, they kind of make themselves better at their job to help, protect the skin against the UV rays. So when you have ethyl ascorbic acid and ferulic acid together in a formula, they're going to be the ultimate protection against the damaging effects of UV rays. The other active ingredient that we have in this product, it's a peptide called melanostatin. And melanostatin, it's a peptide that will also help with reducing the appearances of age spots on the skin. It does help with brightening the skin. It is a tyrosinase inhibitor. So again, we're inhibiting the production of melanin through the processes of the melanocytes through the inhibition of the tyrosinase enzyme. It does have hyaluronic acid as well, and also rice extract. And we know that rice extract does help with luminosity to the skin. So here it is, another great product to have in your back bar to use maybe after a mandelic peel. Okay, one of our protocols does use this after the mandelic peel, and a great massage to the skin, using our brightening you want to offer for bridal, for quinceañeras, for Sweet 16, for any special occasion that your client might want to have a glow to the skin. The recovery serum is for our sensitive babies, okay? So our sensitive clients, the recovery serum it is formulated for, and I'm gonna more of a running, soothing and cooling effect of the skin. I use this because remember I told you guys I do have rosacea, so this does do part of my routine. I use it at night before my creams. Remember that your serums come before your hydrating creams, okay? But again, it's very, very gentle, very soft, very soothing with allantoin, which is going to help with, minimizing a little bit the proliferation of those capillaries. It does help with the healing of the skin as well. Bisabolol, I don't know if you guys know, but this is actually an extract of chamomile. So bisabolol is going to help us soothe, again, the skin. It decreases irritation to the skin. Horse chestnut, which is going to strengthen the walls of the capillaries. Let's remember that with rosacea or sensitivity, there's a lot of activity of blood flow through the capillaries that is showing up at the very surface of our skin, okay? So this is definitely going to help with reducing a little bit that vasoconstrictiveness to the capillaries, so there's not a lot of blood flow coming through. Arnica montana reduces inflammation, and vitamin E, which is an antioxidant. But also remember that vitamin E will repair and restore the epithelial tissue as well. So definitely great for your rosacea protocols, great for your clients to use at home at night after cleansing their skin and before their moisturizer, just 1 or 2 drops along the areas where there's redness. Another tip, we like to use the recovery serum on clients after extractions because it does reduce redness. So if it's just a little pinkiness here and there because you did extraction, you can use this. If your client if they have braces, for example, okay, and you can do high frequency. This is what you're gonna apply on their skin because they have braces. You cannot do high frequency. Sometimes it's bothersome for them. Then the recovery serum is where you're gonna apply after the extractions to help soothe the skin, along with the epifactor that I'm going to talk about later as well. Let me show you really quickly with the Derma Seed, the consistency of the product. So guys, 1 pump goes a long way. I always recommend using your serums on moistened skin. So let's say you did at home, right? Or after your treatment and you applied a little bit of the toner, right after that, apply the serum. Because remember, that's going to be your vehicle to also product penetration. So it's a very it's like almost like a gel consistency. Okay, so it is like a gel base, but again, it just runs really good on the skin. You can definitely do some of the massages onto the skin, okay, with this product, and it just absorbs really quickly as well. So it's great. It's not photosensitive. The Derma C is not photosensitive or anything at all. I just wanted to go back on that because I wanted you guys to see kind of like the texture, and it's the same way with the hyaluronic acid. The clarifying serum, so we're going to be talking about a little bit, and I'm going to skip it to the corrective line because then we're going to talk about like the acne line, and we're going to talk about the purifying serum. So we have a corrective line, and corrective means that we're going to attack those things that we want to correct on the skin, such as hyperpigmentation as well, you know, such as textures, anti-aging, let's say repairing the skin after peels, after microneedling. So that's why we're going to be using the corrective line. So the first one, of course, our Epifactor. And this is our, what we call our 911. This is the 6 ounce bag bar size. It comes in 1 ounce in the presentation for home care. So the Epifactor is what we know, a lot of our customers know that we call it our 911. And it's because it's our epidermal growth factor right here, okay? This is the epidermal growth factor. It is amazing for healing the skin, okay? Amazing for healing the skin. So if your client is if you have a male client that shaves, Epifactor. After shaving, Epifactor in the skin to reduce or to avoid folliculitis. You did a microdermabrasion after the end of the protocol, Epifactor. You did a peel after the end of the protocol, Epifactor, or right before the mask, Epifactor. Okay, dermapen, waxing areas of any area, okay, bikini line, underarms, the upper lip, the brows, Epifactor, because again, it is going to help you restore the skin. It is very, very healing and very regenerative. So it's going to help with healing properties to the skin. And guys, I even dare to say that, you know, those of us who use it at home, even after a paper cut or a slight burn, because you were cooking, okay, you apply this and the next day it's like nothing happened. It is amazing at healing the skin. So it does have aloe vera in one of the highest points of the ingredients. Again, we know that aloe vera is antioxidant, but it's healing and it's going to restore the epithelial tissue. It's very soothing. One of the main formulas here is the bioplasma for the plankton extract. And plankton is a type of algae, okay, that is going to provide a lot of cellular detoxification to the body, and it's going to provide at the same time cellular metabolism. And this is what we need when we're trying to heal the skin. We need those cells to metabolize. We need those cells to, you know, restore themselves to help us in the process of the cells to repair. Okay, so we need those type of ingredients. So we need the plankton extract, the arginine ferulate, which is also going to provide some of that restoring of the skin. It does also have hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid and urea. Again, wonderful for healing processes. So if you have a client that you're offering sessions of peels, or you have clients that you're offering different sessions where you're going to be doing, you know, controlled injuries to the skin, such as peels, microdermabrasion, microneedling, anything like that, then this is something that you can offer for them to take home, and even include it in that, you know, in the package that you're selling them. You can include the Epifactor so that when they go home, they have the proper ingredients, the proper products for them to take care of the skin after these type of procedures. And then, of course, our retinol. And our retinol is our new formula as well. So before even the retinol that we had, it started off more as a night cream. Then it became a palmitate, okay, in a serum form. But now we have straight retinol on this product. It's great. This is the, we don't have a back bar for this, okay, because it's retinol. So we don't have a back bar. So this is the 1 ounce, and this is the sizes for retail of all of our serums, okay? This is the size for retail. Again, a little bit goes a long way. It's just 1 pump. I love this formula because it is also really good for sensitive skin. It doesn't, you know, I mean, you wouldn't recommend for your client to use it every day. We never recommend retinol to be, you know, to start off on an everyday basis. We do recommend it once or twice at night. All right. It is a night serum. So we recommend it for once or twice at night. I use it and my skin feels great. I don't feel it burning. There is no sensation of any sensitivity to the skin. Um, and it also, you can also bring it down to your neck area. We know that with retinol, you cannot use it if it's not formulated that way, you cannot use it on the neck area because this is an area where it's more sensitive, very little sebaceous glands, so it tends to creep. With this retinol, no, there's no creeping or anything like that. It's gonna help with the neck area. It's gonna help with those rings forming around, the wrinkles forming around the neck. You can bring it down to your décolleté as well, okay? Bring it down your décolleté, your neck, and obviously your face. Night serum. It does have retinol at 0.3% concentration. It is great also for hyperpigmentation. It is great to smooth out those wrinkles, fine lines, the glabular, nasolabial folds around the eyes. And it also has the Swarta chirata stem cell. So the Swarta chirata stem cell is an Ayurvedic, with the stimulation of keratinocytes, it's going to help with the renewal process of our skin, right? So it's going to kind of accelerate the renewal process of the skin that oftentimes gets a little stuck with, as time passes. So it helps with cell proliferation. It does help also with regeneration of the epidermis. So it does also reduce fragility of the skin, of the wrinkles, etc. We know that the properties of retinol as a whole will also help with densifying the dermis. So it's not just helping with the renewal process of the epidermal cells, but also the densification of the dermis, which is something that happens with age because we lose collagen, we lose elasticity. So the dermis starts to kind of shrink a little bit. So it does help with that because it does also stimulate collagen production and also elasticity to the skin. It also has licorice, and licorice again is a tyrosinase inhibitor. So for those of you who are concerned of hyperpigmentation, here we go, through retinol, through the licorice, and through the niacinamide. The niacinamide, it's a vitamin B3, and vitamin B3, it's great in conjunction with retinol because it provides that extra moisturization that the skin needs through the process of retinol, but at the same time, it's anti-inflammatory, but it's also great to work hyperpigmentation, okay? So green tea and cucumber also for your antioxidant effects to the skin. Very soothing, antioxidant, great for your clients when they are concerned of hyperpigmentation. This is a nighttime use. If your client also has acne, you can definitely recommend this formula as well. And the way that we like to focus on recommending this product because of hyperpigmentation, it's alongside with the Derma C. Not the same day, okay? Obviously, we're not gonna do the same day, but we're gonna do 2 or 3 nights of Derma C, 1 night of the retinol. And again, 2-3 nights Derma C, 1 night of the retinol. And that's the way that we like to recommend the use for these products at home. If you guys have any questions, let us know. I am not right now in charge of, if you're in our live through Instagram, but I know somebody else will be there to answer the questions for me. The glycosol, guys, so remember I talked about glycosol before when we were talking about the Derma Scrub. And again, the glycosol, it's glycolic acid at a 12% concentration. It is a gel in this case. Why is it a gel? Well, because you can also recommend for this to be used at home at night as well, as a exfoliation for those with a more resistant skin type, a thicker dermis, somebody that you want to definitely remove those, accumulated the accumulated cells from the skin that, it's just a little bit thicker. You can definitely do this, but we usually use it in the back bar, and we'd like to mix it with our Derma Scrub, okay? And it's going to give us that, it's going to give us the effect for softening the tissue of the skin, so we can do better extractions with the glycosol and the combination of the Derma Scrub. So it does act when you combine it as a disinfiltration formula. So again, the key ingredient here is the glycosol at a 12%. That's going to be your chemical exfoliant. You do have urea, you do have chamomile in this formula as well, and you have green tea as well. So amazing. If you do recommend it for the use at home in your client, again, this is not something that you just want to give to everybody. They have to be very responsible clients. Remember that through the use of retinol and through use of something like glycolic acid at night, your client is going to be photosensitive anyway during the day. So this client has to be a very responsible client. They need to use their SPF during the day. They cannot be going, to the beach every single day or every weekend. They can't. This is somebody who is under a protocol for a condition that they need to take care of, and they kind of have to go through that process of changing a little bit their lifestyle when it comes to being under the sun. And here in Florida, again, for us, those of you who are here in South Florida, we know that the heat is on all the time. So we need to be very careful about who we can give this product for them to use at home. In the treatment room, you must have it because, again, it will help you through the processes of exfoliation before extractions. And then another one of our correctives are the Supreme Night Cream. So the Supreme Night Cream, this is our very emollient cream. It is very, okay, so here we go. For those of you right here, okay. It's a very thick cream for a mature skin type. So you're gonna have those dry skin, right? It's very rich and it's very powerful because it does have peptides. And we know that peptides in a formula will provide more of that attention to the skin. All right, so it's going to help with reducing fine lines and wrinkles. It provides almost like that Botox effect to the skin because of the type of peptides that they're using in their formula, which is argirenin, which is a Botox-like effect on the skin. So argirenin, it's a type of a peptide that will give that tension effect to the skin. So it will diminish those deeper wrinkles as well. You can definitely do the retinol because this is a serum, and then you can layer it with the Supreme Night Cream. That's for your client at home, okay? They can do it that way. So, doing that will provide more moisturization to the skin and less sensitivity. Now, it also has apple stem cells, which are going to help with firmness of the skin, vitamin C, again, as an antioxidant effect. It does have milk proteins, and that's going to boost and regenerate all the effects of the processes of fortifying the dermis. So very rich cream, very nutritive. It's not oily at all. It is not oily. Believe me, I am combination skin. Like I said before, I'm combination. I'm just going through that process of a little bit of sensitivity, but it doesn't, I don't feel that it leaves any oils behind or anything like that. It does absorb quickly into the skin, but in the morning you wake up and you're feeling like you had a good glass of water, it's very hydrated. So it's great for your clients to use at home when they're going through more of a change through menopause of the skin, or they just need something richer on their program for the PM use. And in the treatment room, again, we can use it for massage purposes, for product penetration. Remember that often our protocols for Derma Swiss, once you apply the mask, that's basically almost the last thing you do, because our mask, you don't need to remove them with water. So you're not removing products or everything staying on the skin. The only mask that you will remove is the vitamin C mask. But with that protocol, we don't use the Supreme Night Cream. With the Supreme Night Cream, we use our peel-off mask, okay, oftentimes. So with the peel-off mask, after you remove the mask, you don't remove anything from the skin. Everything stays there. You just probably finish a little bit of, you can finish off with a little bit of toner, SPF, and that's it. Your client is done for the day. So, and then the DI cream, which is also the little baby of the Supreme Night Cream. So you have the Supreme Night Cream, and then you have the DI cream that also is going to have panthenol. It will have also the milk proteins, horse chestnut. So going back to the horse chestnut, remember that oftentimes the dark circles around the eyes is because of the capillaries that are kind of showing through already because of age processes. And the thinning area of the eye starts to get, thinner. And therefore we kind of see that darkening. And that's just because of the, the capillaries under our skin. It could be hereditary, it could be genetic, we know that. It could be bad lack of sleep, it could be bad diet, it could be a lot of things. But when it comes to the fact that the eye area, there's definitely some capillaries there that could be the problem, then the horse chestnut is going to help to retract those puffiness to the eye area and the darkening of the eye area. It also has vitamin C. It also has tetrapeptide 7. So that is going to also suppress the production of excessive, you know, the excessiveness of that, again, that flow of blood that is coming through from the eyes, that sometimes that's what kind of gives us that darkening look in the under eye area. It does help with collagen fibers as well. And it does have also argillarin, the same peptide that gives us that tension to the skin. Then we also have the maintenance line, and the maintenance line, guys, it's what we know as our regular moisturization products for the daytime. So we have 3 of them that we have 3 moisturizers, and they're just very specific to the skin type. So we have the coplacent, and the coplacent, it's a coplacent serum. It's called the coplacent serum because it is like a serum effect on the skin. Okay, it's very light. Again, it's like a gel, you see. This is great for your oily skin because it's a gel based. So great for oily skin. Great for also, most men are oily skin, so they love it because they don't feel that, creamy texture, which oftentimes they don't like. It does have panthenol, which is vitamin B5, and we know that panthenol does help with the regularization of the sebaceous gland. So it regulates the sebaceous gland. It balances out the oil. It does have hydrolyzed collagen. It does have also allantoin, which is going to help accelerate some of the renewal processes of the skin, glycoproteins and menthol. And that's going to help with a lot of collagen stimulation as well. It's a very, you would think because it's a serum, it doesn't moisturize, it does do a lot of moisturization because of the products, of the active ingredients that it has. So it's great for your acneic skin. It's great for your oily skin types. We also have the Hydra Q10, it's our coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. We know that coenzyme Q10 or the CoQ10 does have also a restorative processes on the capillaries. So this is for your combination skin. This is for your sensitive skin as well. Those with sensitivity, those with combo skin. This is your perfect mix of water and oil. So this is a little bit more creamy. Okay, it's not a gel, it's a cream. Okay, but it's very light. So this is great for your combination skin or your normal skin types. Okay, it's a creamy formula. It does absorb into the skin very well. It does absorb into the skin very well. It does have olive extracts, squalane, which is the olive extracts. So that's going to help with restoring the hydrophilic barrier. Remember that with more combination skin, sometimes there's a lot of dehydration as well. So that's going to help balance out the water, but also the lipids of the skin to avoid that transepidermal water loss. It does have vitamin E as a tocopherol acetate, as antioxidant, and also the coenzyme Q10, which is the antioxidant in this formula. The ceramides. Ceramides are important, and ceramides are also part of our, acid mantle. It is part of the intercellular spaces from the epidermis. So it's part of the lipids that is composed of, the epidermis is composed of. And ceramides are important because they give us those lipids that protect the skin from dehydration, basically, and to keep it supple, to keep it balanced, etc. So ceramide, it's for your drier or those that are combination to almost going dry already because of the changes of the skin and the processes of aging. Again, it's a cream, but this one is a little bit, definitely it's thicker. Okay, so you can definitely feel that even by running it through my hand, it does provide more of that like resistance, and it's because it's more of an emollient. Okay, so for those who are suffering from dryness to the skin, and dryness, I'm not talking about the lack of water. I'm talking about lack of oils to the skin. Okay, remember that dry skin is lack of oil. Dehydration is lack of water. So this is for that person who is lacking oils. It's lacking lipids on the skin. This is what they're going to use. So again, it does help prevent the transepidermal water loss through the process of the ceramides, and also has vitamin E on the formula. Sweet almond oil, which is going to give us also that emulsion effect and also that richness of the product and helping with elasticity to the skin. It does have aloe vera and hyaluronic acid, so very soothing, water binding as well, and sodium PCA. So it has two potent water binders. It does have the hyaluronic acid and the sodium PCA, but then it also provides us with almond oil and vitamin E and the ceramides through, and that gives us the lipids in this product. Great for dry skin types. So why would I, let's say, why would I use ceramides instead of, the Supreme Night Creams? Again, ceramide, it's lighter than the Supreme Night Cream. The Supreme Night Cream, I wouldn't recommend it for day use unless the skin is super dry, very mature, very dry, very cracked. But, the ceramide, it's a little less thick. So that's definitely more for like daytime use. The Supreme Night Cream, remember that it has peptides and it's richer in contents of the ingredients that it has. So for Derma Swiss, we think that it's better to use at night because that way it will provide all those nutrients that the skin needs, and it will, absorb better into the skin throughout the night. So this is the type of product that you want to use at night so that when you're sleeping, your skin is protecting itself and it's repairing itself. This is the type of product that you want to use. Also, the Derma Sun is part of our protection right here. And Derma Sun, it's SPF 50. It is a physical sunscreen, okay? Mineral physical sunscreen. It doesn't have all those harsh chemicals because it's not a chemical sunscreen. So it doesn't have all those harsh chemicals. So there are no, incidents of any potential allergic reactions to the skin or anything like that. So the main ingredients are going to be titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which gives you the formula, the physical mineral aspect of it. So it is a white cream. So we kind of mix it in between our fingers before applying it to the client. And then we just kind of lay it on very gently to the skin in a padded motion. And that's going to just apply it like a screen. Okay, so we don't want to penetrate, we don't want to massage or anything like that, because remember that this is for protection from the rays of the sun. In the beginning, it's a little white, but then it just kind of starts to melt into the skin and it becomes one with the skin. So don't worry about the color. It will diffuse into the skin color. What are the ingredients again? Titanium dioxide, zinc oxide. It does have aloe vera. It does have bisabolol. It does also contain some green tea and shea butter. So again, it's not just SPF, it also has hydrating and moisturizing effects on the skin. So it's great. If you forgot your moisturizer in the morning, don't worry, use your SPF. Okay, you should never forget the SPF. Have your clients use the SPF always on their face, neck, décolleté, arms, the ears. Sometimes clients forget the ears. Over the lips, you can definitely use them on the hands. Okay, those are the areas where we want to provide protection from the damaging effects of the sun. So if you forget your moisturizer, don't forget your SPF. Your SPF will provide you with moisturization as well. So there's a line that we know as the control line. Okay, so those of you who already know the control line, it is our acne line. Okay, and that line it comes with, well, the way that you use it is with the purifying cleanser, the normalizing lotion, purifying cleanser, normalizing lotion, and the clarifying serum. Okay, so these are your fantastic three. Okay, I would say the fantastic four if we also add in here the anti-impurities, which is another one of our serums that I'm going to talk about. But the control line is for our acne sufferers or very oily skin, or even in some cases of papular pustular rosacea. So the purifying cleanser, all the products, all three products contain the same active ingredients, okay, guys? The main thing about it is that it is not, obviously it's not comedogenic, okay? It's not comedogenic, so it's not gonna clog pores. It is a gel also. This cleanser is a gel. But the main ingredient here is the lactobacillus rye ferment, okay? So we're talking about, the use of the, we're gonna talk about the use of these for controlling acne, for controlling the breakouts, okay? It does have azelaic acid, and azelaic acid is an anti-inflammatory. It is also keratolytic, which is going to help with the desquamation of the dead cells from the follicles. It is also antibacterial. So azelaic acid is great for sensitivity skin types, for acne, because it does provide that antibacterial effect as well. It does have the licorice, which is anti-inflammatory. It will help with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. The horse chestnut, gotu kola, healing properties. Horsetail, again, is very rich in silica, so it's going to give you that boost of collagen production that we need through a process of healing. Because remember that with acne, you're going to have a lesion. So if you have papular pustular acne, you're going to have lesions on the skin. And when you have lesions on the skin, it needs to repair. And through the repair is the collagen production as well. So horsetail is going to provide that kind of repair. Also, focus, which is the focus, is a hydrating levels. Okay, so it's going to increase hydrating levels, and that's also a type of algae. Now, the clarifying, this one right here, these are your back bar. Okay, your back bar. They do come in the 6 ounces for home use, and also the 1 ounce for home use. Your client needs to wash their skin and then tone their skin and then apply the clarifying serum day and night. It doesn't have, besides the fact that it has the azelaic acid, it doesn't contain any sort of other acid that's gonna give the skin a little bit of that dehydration symptom that happens sometimes with products. So your client doesn't have to worry about their skin dehydrating. We're controlling acne through other ingredients that are going to help with bacterial growth, to avoid the bacterial growth, but also through the, it's going to help with the anti-inflammatory processes as well. The way that we help with the acne is in our treatment room through the direct use of acid peels when we do the peels in the treatment room to the client. At home, they're going to be using the control line. Okay, something else that we also provide in the use of the acne protocols is the anti-impurities. And the anti-impurities is a serum that we only use it localized in little areas of the skin. So it's a spot treatment. Okay, guys, it's a spot treatment. It is not to be used all over the skin, because this one does have salicylic acid and it does have also retinol. Okay. So we do not recommend the use of this all over the face, because with time you will find that the skin starts to get red and dehydrated. So this is only spot treatment. And the way that we use it in the treatment room is after extractions, we get a Q-tip and we spot treat the areas. Also for your client at home, same thing. They are going to get the smaller size, it's a 0.5 ounce that comes with a dropper. But the way that we recommend our clients to use it at home is by not contaminating the dropper. So again, with a little cotton ball or a Q-tip, just add and saturate that Q-tip with the anti-impurity complex and just do spot treatment in the areas that they need to dry out. So once they start feeling that pustule that's going to start, or that papule that is getting red, start attacking it with the anti-impurities at home for your clients to use at home. Okay, so definitely this is going to be your line for acne. And like I said before, in some cases also in rosacea, we know that sometimes we have some of our clients get breakouts with rosacea. It's not acne, it's just that the rosacea is inflammatory. So there's like an inflammation of the follicles. So it's not the bacteria like acne, but this can definitely help reduce a little bit of that inflammation and control, the bacteria processes that happen with rosacea as well. So we can also recommend that control line, not the anti-impurities, but yes, the control line for your rosacea clients as well. The sensitive line, I already talked about the recovery serum, but I still haven't talked about the gentle cleanser. And the gentle cleanser is the one that we're going to be using for our more mature skin types or sensitive skin. The gentle cleanser, it's a cream. We also use it on our clients that have makeup. So to remove makeup, because it's a milky cleanser, it is great to remove makeup. It works perfectly to remove makeup. It's a milky cleanser, okay? Again, very gentle. It's not gonna create any sort of foam or anything like that. It's not gonna leave any oily residue, but it will provide, hydration, soothing on the skin because of chamomile and because of the ginger. It does also have hyaluronic acid. So again, very soothing, very healing, moisturizing, great for mature skin type, great for sensitivity on rosacea, especially, or for the removal of makeup in the treatment room. That's your gentle cleanser. We also recommend the recovery serum for our sensitive skin. Okay, and those would be the products that we can recommend for them for the use at home. Of course, hyaluronic acid can be used for sensitive skin as well. Okay, so, and then probably depending on the skin, it could be either the Ceramides hydration cream or the Hydra Q10. So guys, I'm going to talk more about the peel line. So we have, like I said before, 5 peels, and we do have the Mandelic, which is for, the Mandelic. It's a very gentle peel. It's a very big molecule. It's great for all Fitzpatrick. So from 1 to 6, you can work definitely with Mandelic acid. It is the only peel that we recommend for Derma Swiss, of course, that we recommend on all seasons. So you can go through summer and you can still do treatments with peels on your clients, always remembering that there are other factors that when you think about, like their lifestyle, okay? But this is definitely the peel that you can definitely do on your client during the summer as well. So great for acne, great for oily, great for sensitive skin too. It does soothe a lot on the sensitive skin because it's a bigger molecule. It's not going to penetrate into the skin as quickly. And it's one of the most gentle alpha hydroxy acids. Mandelic is extracted from the almonds, from bitter almonds. So we do have to be careful with those clients that might be allergic to almonds or peanuts and things like that. So always do a patch test before recommending peels to your clients. That's for everybody. Sometimes people don't know that they have an allergic reaction, okay? So before you start a treatment, always do a patch test 24 hours before you recommend the treatment. So great for all skin types, acne, after extractions, for hyperpigmentation, for sensitivity, etc. Okay, so you apply it on with a brush, with a fan brush. You leave it on for 8 minutes and you neutralize. All our peels you need to neutralize. So we do have the neutralizer. We sell the neutralizer as well. Another great one, guys, lactic. And lactic is amazing for your more mature skin. Okay, this is extracted from the sugar of milk. It is a 50% concentration. It's a 50% concentration. It is an alpha hydroxy acid, great for your mature skin types, great for rejuvenating treatments. It does stimulate collagen synthesis as well, helps with hyperpigmentation. We love to use this one to do the underarm treatment. So for underarm lightening effects, use the lactic with their protocol. Also between the legs, the groin area, any areas where you have more extensive hyperpigmentation, this is great to use. And again, you can also combine it with this one. You can combine with the Derma Scrub just to give a little bit more of a, added effect to that scrub. The 30% glycolic, so we have two. We have 30% and we have 40% concentration with straight glycolic acid. So with these one right here, lactic glycolic, you can leave the lactic, you can leave it for 3 minutes, 2, 3 minutes. Sometimes people can take it up to 5 minutes. With the 30 and 40%, the 30 and 40% glycolic, 2 to 3 minutes the most. If they can, if they can hold it for, the 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Always remember that we prepare the skin before we, take care of the areas that we need to care before applying the peel. Also, again, taking into consideration the lifestyle of the client. I wouldn't recommend the 30 to 40% for Fitzpatrick 4, 5, and 6. It is a small molecule, so it does penetrate into the epidermis really quickly. And it also, but I mean, it's amazing for anti-aging processes, amazing for boost of collagen, for post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, to try to control a little bit of that melasma. This can be amazing for you for acne treatments as well. Okay, so you have 30% and 40%. The 40%, can you use it on the face? Yes, very rarely, because your client has to have a very, this is not just 40% concentration. We're talking about 2.8 acidity. So they're very acid as well, and the pH. So the 40%, we do love to use it on the body for treating the stretch marks. So for stretch marks, this is the one that you want to use as well, the 40% glycolic. We also have the salicylic acid, and that's for our oily skin. This is for our acne clients. So with salicylic acid, it's a beta hydroxy acid. It is oil soluble, so it works great in the follicles of, the follicles of the skin. It does help with removing dead skin cells from the follicles, kind of unplugging, those follicles. And it is anti-inflammatory. Salicylic acid is anti-inflammatory. It does have antiseptic effects as well, and antibacterial effects. So again, just be careful when you leave it on the skin for 1 to 2 minutes. Just always keep your eyes on the skin so that there's no frosting or anything like that. We have to be careful about that. But again, you can also, if you're kind of scared about that and your client is kind of just starting with peels, then you can definitely combine that with the Derma Scrub. 3 drops of this into a quarter size of the Derma Scrub. You can work it that way, and you can even apply the steamer. If you're doing that for disincrustation purposes, you can do it that way as well. Okay, so be careful with the skin if it's too dehydrated, guys. Make sure you prepare the skin before very well so that there's no risk of any frosting or anything like that. And then the neutralizer, like I said before, all of our peels need to be neutralized. So usually, only when they're used directly to the skin. If you're combining it with the scrub, you don't need to neutralize it. When you do fan it into the skin directly, you need to neutralize it. So you do the peel. After the 1 or 2 minutes, depending on the peel, you will fan another dropper, a whole dropper, okay, into a glass container, and then you just pass it onto the skin and you neutralize it. And then you just go ahead and wash the skin with clean water, nice, fresh, clean water to remove everything from the skin. We also have, did I mention the, let me see if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything. Let me see. We talked about the anti-impurities, the clarifying. No, we're good. So really quickly, guys, just our masks. So our masks, we have 3 types of masks. We have the collagen fiber masks, we have the peel-off mask, and we have a vitamin C soluble mask. Now, we have the collagen masks. There's 5 of them. I don't have them here. They come in a sheet, okay? It's a sheet that you will have to cut into the shape. We teach you how to do that through our representatives, through our courses. We teach you how to cut the sheet to the face of to the shape of the face. And then it does come lyophilized, which means that it's almost like a dry effect, like a frozen dry effect, to provide the active ingredients get compacted into that sheet form. The way to release the active ingredients is through the use of liquid. So what we use is either bottled water, clean water, or what we love to do is the use of the dermatonic. So through the use of the Dermatonic, we went 4x4s and we start patting it into the skin, and you start seeing how the sheet kind of starts to melt into the skin. It's beautiful. It's refreshing. They provide a lot of hydration. They provide a lot of soothing effects to the skin, and we have different ones. So depending on the client's needs, we have 100% collagen, which is going to be very hydrating, and that's great for all skin types. We have the collagen and the ginkgo biloba, and that's going to be for your sensitive skin. That's going to be for the rosacea. That's going to be for the telangiectasias. That's going to be for the redness, okay? We also have the collagen and the aloe vera. The aloe vera, again, very soothing. That's the one that you're going to use after maybe, I don't know, a peel, maybe microneedling. That's the one that you're going to use on your client that came back from a vacation and now they have a little bit of redness because of the sun, or maybe they went out running. That's the one you want to use, the aloe vera. For acne as well, the aloe vera works great on acne. Also, the caviar and the myoxinol, those two are going to provide more of that tension. So caviar, it's very nutritive, so great for dry skin. But the myoxinol is going to provide, firmness to the skin. So that's great for those protocols where you're doing a lifting effect on the skin. Maybe you're doing microcurrents, okay? Maybe you're doing a radio frequency, then you want to use the myoxinol, which is going to give it that lifted effect. It does give that Botox effect as well, and it helps with sagging and with wrinkles. When it comes to the peel-off mask, those are the ones that come in a powder form. You have to add 3.5 ounces of water and you mix it, okay? It becomes almost like a paste. So it does become almost like a paste that you have to apply really quickly onto the skin so it doesn't get hard on the, in the container. You apply it almost like you're frosting a cake. I'm sure you've all seen those type of masks. So we also have different ones. We have the Essential Creo Mask, and that one is very nutritive as well. It does contain spirulina, so it has a very firming effect to the skin. And the Creo Mask, it's going to provide a cooling effect, okay? So it will also give a firmness to the skin. Now, let's say you don't have the myoxinol, and you're doing something with microcurrent, this would be the one, okay? If it's a more mature skin, this would be the one. The Vita Olive Mask, I love this one. It is very soothing. It is very nutritive. It is great for mature skin with dehydration. It does provide a lot of moisture and an occlusiveness to the skin. It does have olive extracts and rosemary. So it is great as well for soothing effects on the skin. And it just reduces a lot of redness and inflammation. And that's, and again, one of our peel off. We also have the Purifying Mask, and the Purifying is great for your clients who are in a contaminating environment. Your clients that work outside a lot, your clients that are in construction environments, your clients, those who are smokers, for example, that their skin kind of needs to be purified through detoxification, for example, or even acne. So this is, it does have marine silt. It does clarify this and helps with congested skin, reduces inflammation as well. It does provide the skin with antioxidant, and it also has the romarin and lemon extracts. And the brightening mask, that's the one that's going to provide brightening effects. And that's the one we love to use after a mandelic peel because it just leaves the skin very glowing and bright. It does have blackcurrant and vitamin C. So again, helping with microcirculation. It does give more an occlusive effect to any of the products that you have added before. So let's say you did a great massage with that Estee Lift or a great massage with the Derma C, and then you apply this, everything's just gonna, ingredients are just gonna be pushed into the skin, and the effects of the mask, which are gonna provide a lot of luminosity to the skin. And then we have the Soluble Algae Mask, and with the Soluble Algae Mask, with the vitamin C antioxidant, it comes in like little patches. Okay, so you open up the envelope, it comes in little patches, and you have to dilute it with the Dermatonic, just a little bit, so that the consistency is almost like an egg yolk consistency, okay? You are going to apply that onto the skin with a brush. And with this mask, you will do the massage. So there's a protocol for that. But yeah, we use the mask to do the massage, the lifting massage to the skin. So again, it does have vitamin C, algae. So it's antioxidant, and it's also very brightening. This is the only mask in our line that you need to remove afterwards with a little bit of water, because once you do the massage, you leave it on for another 5 minutes, another 10 minutes, I'm sorry. And then it'll dry. It'll dry onto the skin. So then you have to remove with some water. Then you apply some dermatonic, sorry, and hydration SPF, and your client will be ready to go home. So we also, for our professionals, we provide the relaxing massage cream. You guys know that we have a cream that helps with, you know, the massage part that we do on the shoulders and neck area. It has vitamin E, green tea, cucumber. It doesn't provide a smell, so it's great for those of us who don't like a lot of smells to the massage cream. So it's just like a flat, no smell, no odor, nothing, no perfumes or anything like that. If you did want to use that, then you could probably use essential oils, 1 or 2 drops of essential oils that we also have in our line. But if not, you can just leave it alone, and it just gives you a lot of slip and movement for those massages on the décolleté, neck area, and shoulder area as well. We don't use that for the massage on the face, because we usually, our protocols, what we use are our serums or the creams, okay? Okay, guys, that's the line. So, I mean, I feel like I talked a lot about, like, it sounds like there's a lot of products, but there really isn't, you know, a lot of products. And like I said before, this is why we know that it's a compact line, but it's very versatile and it's very effective. And like I said before, you will be able to mix and match depending on the skin condition, the skin type and condition, different protocols you can start creating on your own once you get to know the line. Or if not, you can definitely ask for the protocols that we already have formulated that, you know, they have been proven to work, and you can work with those. So if you have a representative, you can, you know, if you need more products, you can call them, you can text them through your representatives. If not, if you do not have a representative, you're interested in the line, then you can call at 305-663-2882. Somebody will take all the information, and then they will assign you a representative who will get in contact with you to talk about the line even further, okay? Guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.